if you had to choose between that defensive front, we'll call it the front, and we're really just talking about all the guys
front
running
seven,
after.
yeah.
We're talking about all the guys running after the quarterback. If you had to compare, at least in terms of trajectory, or maybe what you see happening throughout the season, the defensive front versus that running back room, because I think we're all in unison here. That running back room has a ability to be really dangerous. Who do you think is worth more to this team at the end of this season for the work they did?
That's a pretty good call. I mean, here's the problem I have with the running back room, and this is it's coming from like the owner of the Sunshine and Rainbows Club. But I just feel like I have a hard time signing off that they're going to be great, because I've never seen Travis Etienne play a real down of football in the NFL.
Yeah, man.
And James Robinson is coming off a significant injury, and he's already outperformed anything anyone would ever have imagined. And that's not to say he can't do it again, and that's not to say Etienne isn't going to be worthy of the first-round pick and everything we think he can be. I just don't know. I try to talk in stuff that I know I can see there's a trend. There's a lot of hope there. And that's why I say in that room, the floor to ceiling potential of the running back room is as big as I've ever seen a group in covering the Jacksonville Jaguars in 15 years. I agree with Clay. It could be the best tandem in the AFC.
Yeah.
It also could really not deliver what we hope it's going to deliver. And if it doesn't, then what?
Yeah.
Because Snoop Connor and company haven't really shown us a lot. You don't want to be relying on your third and fourth running backs, is my point.
Of course not.
So I would probably buy more on the front seven of this, because it's more of a known commodity and it's a deeper commodity. So I think I would rely more on that. But Clay, I'll bring you back in on the offensive part of the running backs. What's interesting to me is we talk backs, and we all believe this, and it's a great conversation. And I don't want people to think like I think they're going to be bad. No, that's not the case. I have a lot of hope, and there's a lot of reason to believe they can be good. It's just an unknown if we're being real. The crazy thing to me is if you look at Doug Peterson as an offensive guy, Clay, he's a guy that throws the football. Yet everybody still talks about the running backs. He's going to run it. He's going to get it in their hands. I think it's a wild thing that when you think throwing the football, we think outside guys. It's not necessarily the case with Doug Peterson.
Yeah, absolutely. Doug likes to throw the football. He's a quarterback. Those guys can't help themselves.
He really can.
They love to call passes, man. This guy's he's an old school quarterback, played 10 years in the league, and that's what he does. But I think when I say the running backs be, what they can be, I think part of that is in that pass game. I think that I think Etienne would be huge in that pass game. I think Doug knows that. I predicted Etienne to have around 1,500 all-purpose yards, somewhere around 700 rushing, 700 receiving. I know I'm not a math major. That only puts me at 1,400 yards. But
Close enough.
Yeah, close enough. But I think that's part of it. I think the fact that this guy, you just watch him, he can catch the ball really well, and he's quick. A guy like that can catch the ball really well, and he's not scared he prefers to run outside, but he can run between the tackles. I think he's going to be a workhorse for him. And obviously, like you said, he's a first-round draft pick, yes, but he hasn't played a down of football on an NFL Sunday as far as in the regular season. And that's a different animal. It's not the preseason anymore. They got a solid defense coming in the Commanders. But I think that in the pass game and the run game, both of them, I know Doug likes to pass the ball instead of handing it off to him. He might throw him a screen. Same thing, right? So I think he will get a lot of touches and get a lot of carries in that sense, and that's where I'm looking for, because I am going to play some fantasy football with you guys. So
yes, you are.
He's high on my list of running backs.
Don't give away your draft board now.
Shut up, Red. Let him give away the draft board.
Hey, Clay Harbor with us here on ESPN 690. Brent Martineau, Aaron Schachter. You had two bold predictions yesterday, and so quick before we go to break. 1,500 yards for Etienne or 4,000 yards and 30 touchdown passes for Trevor Lawrence. Which one do you feel more strongly about?
I think Trevor's going to get 4,000 yards for sure and 30 touchdowns. But I also think Travis will get close. If he stays healthy, he's going to reach both those marks. So I feel confident with both of them.
All right, so they're not just bold but confident predictions. I agree with you on the 4,000 yards, by the way. It's kind of like what everybody does. Even last year, it didn't feel like it, but he had 36 or 3,700 yards passing. So, but the touchdowns would be a remarkable upside. The Jags are doing well if he were to get the 30 touchdowns.